Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for our video on how to make money trading in November, where we will help you learn and understand how to make money trading in any November in any given year. And we'll talk about how November and December are historically hot months for stock, how November is the best months for stock, and we'll talk about some particular sectors and some particular types of stocks and particular stocks that tend to outperform in the month of November. We'll also talk about how the Thanksgiving and Black Friday holidays affect the stock market, and again, some trading ideas for how you can make money trading during Thanksgiving and Black Monday week or Black Friday week at the end of November. And again, some investing and trading ideas on how to make money trading in November. So let's get started. Since we're now in the first week of going into the first week of November for next week's trading week, as we typically do at the beginning of each month, let's look at, what does that mean? What is the typical market conditions in the month of November? So I'm on this Investopedia article that, again, we look at each month, and I will put this link in the description box below. And we can see, the month of November is typically up from October. So as we've talked about and looked at the past couple months, August, September tend to be, some of the worst months, the decline into potentially the middle of October. And this seems to be historically playing out this year as well. So we saw this. We saw a nice upturn the end of October. And then we can expect a continued upturn into November and into the end of December. And again, we'll talk about the theory of the Santa rally once we get closer to the holidays and January and what impact that has. I'll just quickly zoom in so you can see the numbers. Here's August, September down, October, November 150%, December 160%. So historically, we're going into a very bullish season of the markets, which is great. Hopefully, you're positioned well to take advantage of this upturn in the market, get some nice swings into the end of the year, hopefully, and we'll have a great end of 2021 and going into 2022. So let's look at how things look right now. Okay, here's another older article by ABC News back from 2011 that explains how we're headed into a historically hot months for stocks, that November and December are historically hot months for stocks. So we can see, if you're looking for clues as to where stocks are headed, try looking at the calendar. Stocks are entering what is typically the strongest time of the year, November and December, prompting hope seasonality could give the stock market added momentum following its rebound. So one of the quotes here is unforgivable to sell in October. You'd regret you did. So seasonality says that stocks are going to swing in favor. Stocks tied with April as being, or November is tied with April as being the second best month of the year, with the S&P 500 rising 1.5% on average during the month since 1950. And that comes ahead of December, which has been the best month, adding 1.7 on average. So they point out that stocks have worked their way higher 67% of the time in November and 69% of the time in December since 1969, according to Craig Johnson at Piper Jaffray. November, December are even better for the S&P, Excluding the 50s and most of the 60s, December and November are the top 2 months for the S&P 500 back to 1969, rising 1.7 in each month. The end of the year not only kicks off greater consumer spending, but also traditional moves by the Fed to increase money supply, although that's not true right now. So again, heading into November, we're now headed into the strongest time of the year from a historical standpoint. So again, November's generally one of the historically hot months for stocks. And again, I'll leave the direct link to this article in the description box below for your further enjoyment. Okay, here's another recent article by Investors Business Daily that explains November is the best month for stocks and points out 8 that are especially good for this November. And again, I'll leave the direct link to this Investors Business Daily article in the description box below. We can see here's some good news following the rough October for the S&P 500. November is usually good for stocks, and here's a few sectors that tend to lead the way. So 8 stocks of the S&P 500, financials, so they've got SVP, Bank of America, Copart are big winners in November. All these stocks top the S&P 500 in November each of the past 5 years in a row, and they jumped an average of 8% or more in November since 2015. So they point out the S&P 500 ETF Trust dropped 2.4. The only sector to rise during the months is the ultra-defensive utilities, which is XLU. That's the sector spider for the utilities, which rose 5.1%. So the U.S. election's now upon us. It's a little surprise. Investors are heading for the havens. There's hardly an abundance of good news out there. So again, a November that is an election year. So the S&P is setting up for better times in November. October is known as the jinx month, but in contrast, November has a great reputation with investors. November historically the best month of the year, according to Stock Traders Almanac. S&P on average gained 1.6% in November since 1950, and even in election years, the S&P jumped 1.5% on average. And it gets better. November traditionally kicks off the best 6 months of the year for the S&P 500, and buying stocks by companies and pension plans tends to pick up starting on November 1st. Recent history confirms November's strength. The S&P gained 1.5% on average in November the past 5 years, and it didn't fall a single time in November from 2015. Last November, which would be 2021, S&P jumped 2.5%, and even 2016, another hotly contested presidential election year, S&P rose 3.7%. So financials perk up in the S&P 500 in November. So focus on the financial sector. Sector spreader XLF gained an average of 5.4% in November the past 5 years. It's also a full percentage point higher than the average 4.5% gain of the month's number 2 best sector, which is industrials, the sector spider XLI. When you look at the top stocks in November, it's no surprise it's not just any financials, but some of the leaders. The best S&P 500 stock the past 5 Novembers is SVB Financial, but it's a unique situation. They had a big profit jump. Another stellar financial is IBD, long-term leader watch list company. Market Access, MKTX. It's a bond trading firm. It's up nearly 42% of the year. And it's usually a winner in November too. So winners that had been completely shielded from the market's pain in October. Usually winners in November too, and it gained 8.2% in November since 2015. So here's a list of top S&P 500 stocks in November. So again, you can see SVB, Bank of America, Raymond James, so financials, Fifth Third Bank, State Street Bank, and then healthcare Hologic. So again, you can get the direct link to this article in the description box below and read it in more detail for yourself. But we hope that all helps. Hope that helps you see that November is the best month for stocks and give you some ideas of particular sectors and potentially even particular stocks to focus on this November. Okay, here's another article about November, and get ready to buy stocks again this month, including these 11. So we'll look at particular stocks that are good potential buys in November. And again, this is an article by Investors Business Daily, and I'll leave the direct link to this article in the description box below so that you can read it in more detail at your leisure. So we can see again, November already is known as the S&P 500's second best month of the year. And here's some potential stocks that may outperform in this November. So here's 11 stocks in the S&P, including Enphase, ticker symbol ENPH, Bath and Body Works, ticker symbol BBWI, and Signature Bank, ticker symbol SBNY. Consistently outperformed during an already strong month of November. All these stocks outperformed the S&P 500 in each of the past 5 Novembers, and they all rose an average of 6.1% or more on average during these periods. So they're saying, November might be the time to jump back in. U.S. stocks are finishing on this year in 2022, are finishing October on a down note. Again, looking for signs from the Fed. S&P 500 rocks in November. Beating the S&P 500 in November isn't easy. It's traditionally a strong period for stocks. S&P rose on average 1.7% during the month of November, going back to 1950 as per the Stock Traders Almanac. Traditionally, November kicks off what's known as the best 6 months of the year, says the Almanac. Months from November through April are the top months for stocks going back to 1950. During the period, the market rose more than 7.5% on average, far topping the 0.8% average in the other 6 months of the year. Some additional pluses that they're pointing out for 2022 is that November has additional pluses going for it. The S&P tends to rise even more in November when it's a midterm election year, and more lately November has been even stronger than in the past. November is actually the number 1 month of the year in the past 10 years. So she points out October is usually followed up with additional gains. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 10% or more in a month as in October 2022. Market rises 16% in the following 12 months on average. November is even more of a winner. S&P gained in 4 of the past 5 Novembers by an average of 3.6%. Last November was the only time in the past 5 years, the S&P fell in the month, and that was 2021. And then only barely 0.8%. So which S&P 500 stocks thrive in November? They're pointing out the solar firm, Enphase. It's up more than 67%. Enphase hasn't fallen even once in November in the past 5 years. Bath and Body Works. It's gained an average of 4.9% in November the past 5 years. Hasn't fallen during the month since 2016. It's more of a recovery story this time. Financials becoming more important in the S&P. Signature Bank's a standout November historically. It doesn't miss in November. It's risen 12.5% in the month of November going back 5 years and never fell in the month even once. Certainly possible. High hopes for stocks in November won't materialize, but with the S&P down 19% in 2022, any good news in November would be welcome, and it's certainly the time of year for it. So then they have a list of the top S&P 500 stocks in November, and again, you can access this via the direct link in the description box below. All of these top the S&P 500 in November in the past 5 years. They've got Enphase, Bath & Body Works, Signature Bank, Ametek, Ansys, D.R. Horton, Broadcom, Estee Lauder, IDEX, TE Connectivity, and Brown-Forman. So again, you can see their performance in this article as per the direct link in the description box below. But hopefully that gives you some ideas, some stock ideas, trade ideas for this November and in general in November of stocks that tend to outperform in the month of November. Okay, then at the end of each November, we have the Thanksgiving holiday and the Black Friday sales. And next, we will look at how Thanksgiving and Black Friday affect stocks. Also, just a reminder that the stock markets are typically closed on Thanksgiving Day and often close at 1 p.m. on Black Friday. So typically, the U.S. stock markets are closed on Thanksgiving and typically close at 1 p.m. on Black Friday, and in a separate video we'll talk in more detail about how to trade during holiday weeks, some of the trends and some of the ways that you can succeed in your trading during holiday weeks. But let's look at how Thanksgiving and Black Friday in November typically affect stocks. First, let's talk about how historically, how does Thanksgiving week and Black Friday, and we'll even talk about Cyber Monday, how does that affect stocks, and how do we want to prepare for the Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then Cyber Monday weeks? So I found this article in Investopedia.com, and I will put a link to this article in the description box below so you can read it in more detail. But we'll just summarize and look at how do the Thanksgiving and Black Friday typically affect trading in the stock market. So you can see Black Friday, if you're not familiar with it, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving. It's called Black Friday because that's typically when retailers go from red to black. They start making a profit as of Black Friday, or that it was historically how it was. So we'll see if that turns out to be true this year. You can see, it's all about retail. They're talking about, is this a predictor of the fourth quarter for retailers? If retailers don't meet expectations on Black Friday, that could be a negative signal for both the economy and retailers. Again, they tell you, Black Friday's when retailers went in the black. Biggest day of holiday shopping traditionally. And then Cyber Monday is kind of a newer thing where with online shopping, when that became prevalent, when people went back to work, they did their shopping online from work. So again, this is a signal of online shopping sentiment. So, and you can see a key takeaway is if they get strong retail sales, it can benefit the retail sector, and if they report strong sales earnings. So, however, this doesn't necessarily affect the overall market. So, it'll be focused on retailers, not necessarily the overall market. We've got some statistics. Cyber Monday, when people go back to work and shop online, and then it's unlikely to be affected by Thanksgiving alone. So again, particularly strong or weak Black Friday through Cyber Monday has a big impact on retail stocks, but not necessarily on the broader market. So a couple questions that I wanted to pose and something to think about as you listen to the data that comes in from the Black Friday through Cyber Monday weekend is, are consumers going back to shopping in person, or are they continuing to shop online? Obviously, that will sway where the money is going. Is it going to in-person stores, your Targets, your Walmarts, your Ross's, TJ Maxx, etc., or are people continuing to shop on Amazon? Obviously, if they're going back to in-person retailers, that would benefit those companies and stocks. If they're staying online, it would benefit the shop online stocks. So it may have some impact as to, okay, going forward for this year, who's going to have better earnings, who's going to get the money flow, is it in-person stores or online stores? Again, if people are going back to in-person and leaving shopping online, then the tech sector might decline a bit. So that's something to listen for and think about. Also, what you want to listen for is, okay, who's the most impacted or the least impacted by supply chain issues? If you hear outages, out of stock, inventory issues, disgruntled customers because they can't get what they want, obviously that's going to have a negative impact on those companies and those stores and their future earnings. If you don't hear that and a company is doing well and their inventories are in good shape, then they may benefit and do better going forward. So that's kind of, again, I'll put a link to this article. You can read it in more detail, but that's kind of what we can expect from Thanksgiving and Black Friday week. So hopefully throughout this video we've helped you understand how to make money trading in November in any year. Hopefully we've helped you see that November and December are historically hot months for stock and that November is the best months for stocks. And we provided you with some sectors, some individual types of stocks, some individual stocks that tend to outperform in the month of November in any given year. And we've also talked about how Thanksgiving and Black Friday affect stocks and given you some investing and trading ideas for how to make money trading the holiday week of Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So again, hopefully we've helped you learn how to make money trading in November, how to understand how to make money trading in November, and given you a number of investing and trading ideas on how to make money trading in November. Please let us know what you think of all of this about making money trading in November in the comments below, in our free Discord, in our Facebook group, via our social media, etc. Links to which you can find in the description box below. And again, let us know what you think about all of this, about how to make money trading in November. And we wish you good luck making money trading in November, and have a great day. Have a great November. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch lists, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You can also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. BeachBum Trading also now has a site on Patreon. If you are willing and able to help support our efforts to produce all the content and help you achieve the financial freedom you want, deserve, to be able to live the BeachBum lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle you would like, and you're willing and able to help support our efforts in these regards, we hope you'll choose to visit our Patreon page. You can get access to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, which is currently under construction, but you will get access to the Discord server by supporting us through Patreon. Again, this is all currently under construction, but you can see we just have the default levels, membership levels, but again, each level allows support, allows access to our Discord. We're also posting our trade positions initially in our Discord, and again, we greatly appreciate any support that you're willing and able to provide. So thank you for your consideration. Another way that you can help support BeachBum Trading and being able to produce frequent quality content for you for free on YouTube, etc., is in addition to subscribing to our BeachBum Trading channel, hitting the like button on our videos, and hitting the notify so you're alerted when we release further videos. You can also choose to show your support for BeachBum Trading with a super thanks, which you can find below this video. If you hit the heart with the $sign, the super thanks, again, you can financially support BeachBum Trading in whatever amount that you wish, and we greatly appreciate your support, and that will help us, again, be able to produce frequent quality content that we can provide for you and all your fellow BeachBum traders around the world for free on YouTube. So again, we greatly appreciate all of your support, and thank you very much. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.